Hey guys, how you doing? Just gonna talk about this new season here, and but first, just gonna let this play out here. This cutscene. Hey guys, just jump in here for a sec to clarify. This is my third time trying to upload this video. First time wouldn't work, and second time it did upload, but I got a copyright strike, I think, because of this cutscene that I used. So just to clarify, I thought I'd see if I use screenshots from the cutscene, and hopefully it doesn't object to that. Google doesn't, and your YouTube doesn't object to those being used. I don't know. Google, what their copyright stuff is, man. It's ridiculous sometimes, but. And just to clarify a couple of phrases that are used in this video here, it's command the front lines, and so here we go, command for the front lines. That's used in the cutscene, right? And the second phrase used is the battlefield is for the bold. Okay, so it's the battlefield is for the bold, is what they're trying to say there. Alright guys, there's a couple issues with Wargaming showing you there, and what the actual gameplay is. They say in that cutscene there, command the front lines, which is fine. Command the front line's a good thing. And at the end of the cutscene they say for the bold, right? It's also fine. Good. Be bold. I agree with that in a fighting game, in a combat game, in a team game. Those are necessary things. But the problem lies with this game has nothing to do. Sorry, this game has nothing to do with those two things. And first game started out here at the IS-2, and then on this Ensk map, returning. And it's going to be full of bots, right? So another problem with the game is it's full of bots now. Not only in mid-tier, like this game is, but also in bottom tier and even high tier games. It's just the proliferation of bots now. And this is my second go around of this video. Normally I don't do videos on the day of, because sometimes I just get carried away. No, so this is my second go around at trying to put this video together, and just a little bit less swearing in it, because this game is so frustrating, and that just that advertising there, that cutscene, command the front lines and for the bold. Well, this game, supposedly a team game, supposedly a combat game, fighting game, driving game, it has nothing to do. If you go to the front lines, and if you are bold, even if you know what the objective is, you know how to read a map, you know what where the enemy is, where the enemy is going. If you're clued into all of those things, you're not going to be rewarded in this game. It's the complete opposite. And this first match is just showing you just an example of the proliferation of bots in this game now. Right? You'll hear other guys telling you, oh, the numbers are fine, they're not fine. The numbers are not fine. You can just tell by the proliferation of bots in this game. And the second video will illustrate this problem with this notion of of commanding the front lines. It's utter nonsense. You will not be rewarded for that in this game. And for being bold, you will not be rewarded for being bold in this game. In fact, the complete opposite is true. And I'll show you a tier 10 example in the Object 780. A tier 10 game, an encounter battle, which I lose almost 80% of my encounter battles because I'm on the team who does not know where the front lines are, and they don't care, does not know where the objective is, and they don't care, and they're the complete opposite of being bold. See, this is the second go around of this video because the first one was just I couldn't upload it, and for some reason it didn't let me. I tried to. Probably a good thing that it didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. Hopefully this one does, but I just got too carried away swearing, which I do sometimes because, well, I'm trying not to, right? It's just, it was the language. You know, it was the language of the workplace, right? So I get you know, too excited or upset at this frickin' game, and I know it's just a game, right? But I don't get why wargaming is saying things like that in a trailer and promoting this new season. You know, if a new player trying to get into this World of Tanks game and you're saying, you know, command the front lines, be bold, for the bold. Well, those guys aren't going to stick around and play this game because I'll show you a concrete example in this next game coming up. Because you're not rewarded for that. In fact, you're rewarded for the complete opposite of that, of those two things. Going to the front lines and being bold. You're rewarded for complete opposite of those two things. And I have many videos that show examples of this. This is not an outlier. This is not just a one-off. I'll show you here in a second. As the game starts, any game, regardless of what type of battle it is, I can tell usually within the first 30 seconds with an incredibly high degree of accuracy whether it's going to be a win or a loss. So here we are on Live Oaks, an encounter battle, and watch what's going to happen at the very beginning of this game. At the very beginning, I can tell it's going to be a loss. Watch what happens here. Watch what our guys do at the very beginning of the match. Okay, see that guy turning around right there? And the rest of them? I know at this point it's a loss. The game is 10 seconds old, 12 seconds old. So I highlight where the enemy's going to be. Does anybody pay attention to that? Well, one guy does. One guy goes forward with me. You see in that light tank to where the enemy is going to be. We're going to the front lines. We're being bold. We know where the objective is. We know what the objective is. But if only two guys on your team know that or are like that, and if the enemy team has guys with them who know that the battle is at the front line, they know where that front line is. They know where the objective is. And they know it's an encounter battle. The enemy team has figured all that out. It's just tier 10. If you have not figured it out at tier 10, please delete this game. Because wargaming always puts you on my team. Watch what happens. Now one other guy is coming up to help me. So that made 3 guys on the team. Who knew what the game was, knew where their front lines were trying to be bold and defend that objective. And look at where these guys are. Look at where the rest of the team is. And Wargaming does this to me on these encounter battles especially. But Wargaming puts me with just absolute guys don't have a frickin' clue. They don't know where the front line is. Look at where he's aiming. Unbelievable. Not just him. I'm not just picking on him. There's tons of guys here in this game who don't have a clue what they're doing. Look where he's aiming. There's a guy who's a CEO in a second, according to his name. Watch what he does. You know, I don't know what he's a CEO of. I'm not picking on anybody. This is repeated over and over and over on my channel. Look where the enemy team is. They know where the objective is, and they have complete control of that area now. That's the front line. That is the front line, not over here. This is nonsense over here. Nonsense. This is not bold. This is the complete opposite of bold. This is pussy. This is pussy gameplay. The complete opposite of boldness is pussy ass, isn't it? The complete opposite of the front line is going nowhere near the front line. Okay, but watch. Who gets rewarded in this game? On my team. Is it the guys who knew where the objective was, who knew where the front line was going to be, who knew where the front lines were going to be? Was it the guys who were bold? No, it's these guys. It was the complete opposite. And Wargaming does this over and over and over again. The ridiculous scoring system. Does Wargaming not have anybody in those offices who can figure this out and reward what should be rewarded and not reward? I mean, if you're putting out a trailer that says, you know, command the front lines and for the bold, but you have nobody in the offices who rewards those two things. The guys who designed the scoring system have no idea what that is, because they reward the opposite. So I managed to get through this video without the non-swearing version, but my god, unbelievable, this game. No wonder guys are leaving this game, man. And it's full of bots. No wonder. Look at the guys who get rewarded on my team for that effort. Nowhere near the front lines. What's the front line? Bold, what's that? No, we're not bold, we're pussycats. We're the opposite of bold. We're gonna get rewarded for that like Wargaming. Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.